Hello everybody and welcome to Dynamic GT League's Not Amused Championship for Race 1 at the DGT Seaside, and joining us on commentary is Ray. How are you, Ray?
I'm very well, how's yourself?
I'm Superleggera. So yeah, a bit of information on the screen about the car. It is the Amuse Superleggera, originally made by Nissan, and the powerhouse Amuse have tuned it up, but we're going to have it on BOP settings. Now, qualifying is involved this season, so let's take a look at who's on pole position, and it's SGP on pole position. It's the only pole he'll get on. You'll never see him dancing round one. Demon R second place, and then who've we got in third?
Third, we've got Steve F1, so the three main champions, and then I think that's Dave the Harp, he's got a champion in him as well. And then we've got Jason Twilight, he's got a champion start.
He has, yeah.
And then we've got Art Pal, which Rich has got more poles than.
So he keeps saying, yeah.
Who's this? Jimmy, what?
I think he said
Jimmy,
Buffet.
Gary, and then Rich.
Yeah, Rich Blues finishing off the grid. We have got a couple of drivers missing.
He's finishing off the run bar, that's why he's at the back of the grid.
We should have seen him in practice. He was going the wrong way bloody round. Okay, so 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and away they go. And these cars should get away quite nicely off the line, as SGP had a decent enough start to hold on to the lead. Yes, he has. Steve F1 in third, though, putting a bit of pressure on Demon R down into the kink.
Yeah, Steve F1's got that inside line. Are they going to brake properly here? Oh, Steve F1's came in a wee bit hot.
That he has. Demon R's disappeared. Dave the Arp now up to third place. I think Demon R, there he is. He's now being attacked by Twilight. So yeah, I think Steve F1, he went for the move, got a little bit deep on the brakes, and that Demon R a little bit wide. He's plummeting. Oh dear. It's like a turd in the toilet bowl after a curry. It's plummeting.
That just shows you out of turn 1 and how many places you can lose if something happens.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things that we did see on the information screen was the boost setting for this championship. SGP runs wide. Dave the Arp's got to run. He's wobbling as well. All the 3 wide down towards the harbour hairpin. This could get spicy.
Oh, yeah. Dave the Harp tried to squeeze SGP into Steve F1, but realised SGP wasn't budging, and Dave the Harp takes his place. There's Twilight coming up to go for the move through the bus stop. Yeah,
the bomb hole, Mitch's bomb hole. I mean, Mitch hasn't raced with us for a long time, but it's still Mitch's bomb hole. Twilight got so close there. Yeah, he had such a wobble. Demon R's got him now.
Yeah, he had that brown moment. Brown pant moment, and they hit the brake a wee bit more. As we see Steve F1 going ahead of Dave the Harp.
Absolutely.
And SGP going to attack as well. So they're going to wait until turn 1, get the slipstream. See, he's boxed Dave the Harp out. Dave the Harp's not getting any slipstream. So, but Steve F1's sharing it. He's sharing it.
Demon R as well. Steve F1's quick enough for the braking zone, but Dave the Arp trying to go around the outside now, the inside of SGP. And this is a tricky corner in these cars, as SGP showing. But yeah, we may see a few drivers get the rear end out a little bit there if they've got a little bit too much steering angle on. It's such a simple feature in this car around this track. There's 2 or 3 corners, this Brokeback being one of them. If you've got too much steering angle on, when you plant that throttle, you will have a wobble like Demon R did there.
Yeah, perfect timing.
Absolutely. Now, I mentioned a moment ago about the different boost setting. For anyone that wants to know why we run boost, well, to be honest, it's so that if shit hits the fan, you can still be in a race, guys. At the end of the day, we're doing this for fun. SGP's got a bit of a run on Steve F1. Now, normally we would use the weak boost setting. We know how that works, and if you don't know, check out the video we did. Now, we've gone for the other boost setting, which is strong, as SGP making the move. Twilight making the move on Demon R as well. Steve F1 going for the switchback, because SGP's gone deep, and here comes Dave the Arp. Okay, I carry on with the boost in a moment.
Yeah. They're going to go side by side. Are they going to stick? Well, I think Dave the Harp's just tucked in behind.
Yes. Now, SGP into the barrier. Oh, Dave's in the back of SGP and around he goes. Oh, it's a disaster for the red of the Scoser in Dave the Arp. Demon R attacking or defending, I don't quite know. Jason up the inside, SGP's gone wide. Or is he waiting?
Oh, it's like he's waiting.
Yeah, he was just saw him there at the very end. It does look like he's going a bit slow.
What is it? But if he had that moment and did Dave the Harp collect something in a moment, is that SGP's fault?
Well, I mean, it's an interesting question as Art Pound and Twilight getting in. Twilight a little bit late on the brakes. You know he has had a co-brand. Art Pound had a bit of a moment as well in the middle of the corners. Twilight going for the switchback. Jimmy, Gary, that's that rear end I was on about. Twilight having a look at the inside of Art Pound. Okay, so the boost. The way the boost settings on strong work is the same way as weak. The front half of the grid don't get boost. The second half of the grid do get boost, but it's actually less boost than if we had weak boost. But what does happen for the leader and turns out second place, if the leader gets a second ahead of second and third, they'll get slowed down. If first and second break away and are a second ahead of third, then first and second will get slowed down. If first and second have got a big gap between each other, but there's a second gap between second and third, then first and second will still get slowed down. So basically, the front two will get slowed down if there's a 1 second gap to the car behind, which is very interesting. So it compresses from the front. So what we shouldn't see is anybody running away in this championship, which does beg the question. When we did the Dirty Championships on the strong settings, how the bloody hell did SRI win by running off into the distance?
Get hot.
What, it hurt? Well, it turns out there is a good answer to it. It's Jason and Art Power side by side. The reason we believe SRI was able to run away was because everybody else was just absolutely battering each other, and SRI was just going off for the Brown Star Championships. Okay, Demon R on the back of Steve F1. So Demon R and Steve F1 in this situation, they should not be getting slowed down. They shouldn't be getting negative boost, or should we say a speed wobble, a speed boost penalty, so to speak. So Jason, at this moment in time, won't be able to go faster than Steve F1 and Demon R unless he is genuinely faster than those two at this time. So it'll be interesting to see how that situation pans out over the championship. But as Steve F1 now opens up this little bit of a gap, if he gets 1 second ahead, his speed will be reduced a little bit, which will allow second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th to catch up. It's only taken me almost a whole lap to explain the boost.
Yeah, how did it go again?
It goes meow. Art Power, or Jason having a look at Demon R. Art Power and Twilight side by side.
Yeah.
I can tell you how it goes actually. A dung beetle walks into a pub and says to a bloke at the bar, "Excuse me, is that stool taken?"
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, Twilight.
I know, something. Rich hit the wall.
Did he? Oh,
Rich
did he hit the bum?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's alright, his stool's taken.
He's went to get the stool for the dung beetle.
Okay, Twilight makes the move on Art Pound. A little switcherooning perhaps there. Now, I was asked earlier in the week why there was no race video for the Arc. Well, it's not something that we've done before, and to be honest, it needed the break. So there isn't going to be one. Right, Steve F1 leading, Demon R up his chuff. Jason right there. So in this scenario, the front three are not going to get slowed down because third doesn't get slowed down. Excuse me. Although SGP has just made a cheeky little move on Twilight. It was on the pack cam. He's now up behind Artpal, so he's working his way back through the field after having, I think, waited for Dave. Now, you mentioned earlier, Demon I thought it was good for the move on Steve F1. You mentioned earlier about if SGP hit the wall and was basically having a crash, is it his fault that it collects Dave? It's an interesting question because I think in some ways you could just say, well, it's not SGP's fault. In other ways, there could be the view of, well, SGP messed up and what resulted from that was it's hindered Dave. Now, would SGP have got a penalty from it? No idea. But perhaps he felt the right thing to do was just to wait for Dave because he did. Or SGP making the move on Twilight. No, on Artpal as Jason going round the outside of Demon.
Let's see if this has worked for Jason. I don't think it has because Demon has got the inside line into the first part of Mitch's bumhole.
Yeah, and I can mention that during practice there was a lot of
cars. That car was wide there. I thought he was going to hit the wall.
There was a lot of cars hitting the wall in the bumhole. Yeah, big crashes. Demon going for the move, is he? Yes, he is. Or at least trying to get Steve F1 off the racing line, which he does. He's not going to get the slipstream down into turn one now, though, is he?
And then it's going to be a slipstream. Oh, Steve F1's got the slipstream. I thought they were side by side, and it was going to be a slipstream battle by Jason and SJP.
Almost. Well, it is pretty much now, isn't it? Yeah, they're 2x2. Jason and Steve F1 up the inside. Can they get it slowed down? Yes.
I think Jason touched the grass. I seen a puff of dirt right at the camera as it was changing shot there. What happened here?
Wow,
it just jumped.
Did it?
The camera angle jumped.
I was looking at the pack cam, so I couldn't tell you. Now, with those front four having that little bit of a battle, it's now put Jason under pressure as Dave the Harp and Artpal getting up alongside Dave the Harp here, heading towards the S's. Tricky a couple of corners in this car, although if you get the first left-hander right, the rest are easy. If you don't get the first left-hander right...
Artpal having a moment there.
Exactly, that's what can happen, or worse.
But he's still got the run. How did he make that work?
Well, he's carried the speed. Maybe Dave had to have a little lift in there somewhere. Artpal up the inside. Steve F1 fending off SGP. Dave's gone deep.
Violet's looking as well. This is when it all comes back together. This is going to be close. You know how it's spread out through the corner and then comes back together as you get on the exit of the corner. As we see Demon R and SGP.
Demon R's tagged the wall. That's going to allow SGP and Steve F1 to slide on by.
Still 3 wide in a way. 2 wide. SGP's went deep. Is he going deep and then try and get the speed out of the corner?
Maybe. I don't think he's intentionally doing it, but it has worked on this occasion. Yeah, because he is now in the lead. I suppose that's one way of doing it. And Steve F1 trying to slipstream him. Jason closing in once again. Okay, here we go. 2x2.
Looking. Jason looking. SGP's went wide.
Gives Jason a little tag. I think he may also. They're still sort of bumping doors a little bit. Demon there's Artpal and Dave still side by side, right behind them. Twilight and Jimmy trying to close in. Dave. Jimmy.
Jimmy's well on the curb there. Demon has lit up that rear end again.
Yep. Well, on the tighter line there, we've seen it before in other championships, haven't we? If you're on the tighter line, you have to be so careful because you do have a lot more steering lock applied, and I suppose that's proof of the pudding, isn't it? But the more steering lock, the more it'll slide on the rear if you get the throttle down. Okay, Steve F1 trying to break away, but it's not going to work. SGP, especially with SGP having the pace, just so, I mean, you won't know this, no? Really. Steve! There's a corner there, mate. It doesn't matter what. Bosh! Bosh. Oh dear. Oh, Twilight's been collected. I don't know why I went Indian then. I really don't.
Yeah, I just went offline, did a bit deep there, and then as he was getting himself collected there, he ended up getting collected.
Yeah. I mean, just goes to show. I was going to say it doesn't matter what kind of boost you get if you go deep at the corner. You'd think it'd be easier if you're being slowed down a bit. There was something, yeah. So,
but then sometimes if it slows you down a bit, you're not used to that slowing down pace, and also make mistakes.
Absolutely. Jason defending from SGP as Demon R and Dave the Arp now side by side through the first chicane. Oh, Dave the Arp's backed out of it a little bit. SGP and Jason got a little wobbly. Demon R, this could be tricky, having a look up the inside into the kink here, into broke back. Jason giving the room, Demon R giving the room, but the compromise, both of their speed. There goes Arpal cheekily up the inside of Dave the Arp there, backed out of it a bit, but now Jimmy's all over him. I'm trying to see what's on the bonnet of Jimmy's car. Can't really tell.
I can't even make out what's on the side of his car.
Well, on the pack cam, it looks like on the pack cam we're doing a few. Oh, actually, that's Jimmy there.
That's not. Is that not Twilight?
No, that's Jimmy.
What, Tweety Bird?
Tweety Bird, yeah. Or that, or what?
Oh, well,
yeah. Demon R making a move on Jason.
Try to see Twilight's bonnet there.
Twilight's bonnet is red. Jimmy's is pink. To make the boys wink. Okay.
Oh, there's Twilight's there.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, Twilight's actually says his name on it. That's not his name.
It's in case he forgets. Oh, Arpal deep.
Dave had a big wobble as well. Jimmy's got past Arpal Rich, or his name's 14. Oh no, he goes for it was Steve F1 in the barrier as well. Interesting. Ooh.
Why did they draft him? Why didn't they just go for the move?
I don't know. Family friends.
Could be.
Yep.
Keeping it in the family.
Well, yeah. I'm not going to tell my redneck joke. No, I'll get into trouble. Okay, Demon R on the back of SGP now. Jason, he's there.
Demon R's looking.
Where?
Went for the move. Yeah, he tried to move into turn one. He made a wee bit of contact with SGP as he tried to slow down to let SGP back. No, he's not. He's still fighting.
Oh, is he?
Free wide into the kink doesn't work.
No, I mean, is Demon R trying
still
to let him
free
through?
wide.
I think he might be, you know. Perhaps not the best of places to do it, because that's just closed up the front 6. 5. Oh dear. So Steve F1, after his little connection with the wall, he's way offline. So's Dave the Arp. They're going to have to pedal it. That's going to compromise their top of the hill.
They've done all right.
Yeah, they've done all right. They've got away with it.
Yeah.
SGP's got to run on Jason, though, for the lead. Interesting. So Jason goes defensive. David, little slide there, Steve. Oh, SGP's gone well deep. Oh, just still ahead of Dave the Arp, though. Only just.
Yeah, Dave the Harp was looking for a wee gap there. Oh, they're collecting it well.
There was a lot of wobbles in there. And the thing is, you know what? If a car in front of you wobbles going into any of those 4 corners, it makes you, the car behind, do a bit of a lift. And it can very easily get compromised. SGP trying to put Jason off. The only way you can do that is show some meatballs in his mirrors. I mean the Swedish meatballs, not your walnuts. Twilight battling with Demon R. Demon R on the pack cam, along with Twilight. See that battle down the main straight. There is Jason going defensive again from SGP. Not worked on this occasion though.
I wouldn't say that was defensive if he was in the inside, the outside of the kink. I think if it was defensive, I would have been over on the left-hand side, stopping him from coming down that left-hand side, which SJP's managed to do, but they're now side by side going through this kink, which is quite tricky. If the car on the inside hits that curb, that's going to bounce the car across the track.
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
They're all doing well so far. I don't want to jinx it.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Commentators curse engaged. But no, you're absolutely right. I mean, it's side by side. It can be done, but yeah, if that car on the inside just happens to get the wrong line over the curb, which is so easily done, as you see a few sort of teetering with the edge of the curb there, yeah, it'll bounce the car apart. It's a bit like this one as well. If you take too tight a line and catch the inside curb here, it will bounce you across. Dave the Arc trying to make the move on Jason now. I mean, one thing we can say is this boost setting is definitely keeping things close up at the front, isn't it?
Yeah, SGP so close to the wall in the first section of that, and he's kind of pulling away a wee bit.
Demon Arch just got massively sideways. He's in the barrier. I was going to say Twilight was a little bit offline and very close to hitting the wall in the bomb hole. I think that maybe caused Demon Arch to check up, and Steve F1 making the move on Dave the Arc now. Nice use of the space there by the both of them. Oh, SGP with a massive tank slapper.
I thought he was gone for the pits.
No, apparently that's what his wife calls him, you know, a tank slapper. He's so big and she can smack him. Actually, I shouldn't say that. You'd start making
I thought you were going to say something else.
The turret. Oh, Steve F1!
Oh, Steve F1! Bit forceful there.
Walla walla bing bang, aye. Oh, now here comes Jason.
That's like, get the fuck out my way, I'm coming through.
Oh,
SGP, Jesus.
That's exactly what we was on about though, weren't we? Luckily, no one was next to him. If they had been, he'd have been hitting them with his roof. Now, the battle that's just gone on with these four up at the front has allowed Twilight to close back in, but not only Twilight, Art Pal, Rich Blues, Demon Art. Demon Arch just past Rich Blues, but yeah, Rich Blues and Jimmy right there as well. Formerly Gary, though, interestingly, got the fastest lap off the race at the moment, but I think Gary has fallen foul a little bit of the at the top of the hill we've just gone past on at least one occasion, though we may not have seen it.
Yeah, we've not seen Gary for 11 laps.
I think you know, you can tell which is Gary by his rear wing. Oh, big crash in the background. Twilight's all over the place. I think it's collected Jimmy. Yeah.
And I think Rich Blues got collected as well.
Yeah. I think Rich. I think Rich may have been trying to help Twilight turn around there. But yeah,
turn around.
I was going to say, I thought a putty cap. No, it was a not amused race car facing wrong direction. Jason made a move. Steve F1 trying to make a move again into the final corner. If he gets his elbows out much more, he's going to be breaking the windows. Dear.
They're doing some Bruce Lee shit.
Oh, aye.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Jason leading. Dave the Arp, Steve F1, side by side. Jason, defense GP. Where are you coming? Where are you going? Oh, he's going deep and he's taking Jason and Dave with him. Oh, it's absolute diabolical scenes down at Demon's elbow.
That helped Demon R and Steve F1.
Absolutely.
I think Steve F1 seen that because he kind of went switchback mode, didn't he?
Yeah. It's all Jimmy, big time wide. That's unfortunate. And I am hearing as well that it would appear that SGP thought the move was on there. He may have been the only one that thought that. In the end, it didn't look like it was. Jason, have you noticed that Jason always just seems to be there or thereabouts?
Yeah. He's just that lingering sweet.
He's a lingonberry. He's a lingonberry sweet. Steve F1 goes defensive.
Yeah, if Jason tucks in behind Steve F1 and keeps Demon R out and outside, he might just scare Demon R through here. Is he gonna? No, he's not. He's back in behind.
He didn't have the balls to dangle his lingonberries in there for too long. Steve F1 was offline. He was a bit out of shape, but Demon R was more. And here comes Jason. He has got the lingonberries because he's going for it now. Excuse me.
Let's see how he does on the final corner. He's late on the brakes. Is he going to go deep? No, he's holding it in there. Dave the Harp coming up the inside.
He was, yeah. He
had a moment.
Yeah, he got a little bit loose on the exit of the corner. Jason now got a run on Steve F1. I mean, not stopping in this car, that's the final corner. It's not the most difficult, but again, if you're slightly too aggressive with your steering and your throttle, you can end up sliding. Steve F1, going a little bit deep. Oh, not as deep as Gary, though. Hello, Gary.
Oh, hello.
SGP.
SGP. I thought he tagged a bit Artpal. Yeah.
He did, yeah. Oh, yeah, he did.
Did he, or did Artpal have a moment? It just the camera angle.
That's a good point. With the camera angle, it wasn't easy to tell. The front four still battling. Steve F1, Jason, Demon R, Dave the Arp on this occasion are the front four, but SGP's closing in. Gary, even though he went deep, is now up to 6th. Interesting there is the slightest different lines being used by the drivers here, and it could have a big effect on how wide they go at the top of the hill. But yeah, fantastic racing so far.
It must have just been a camera angle, because SJP isn't slowing down and waiting unless he's just like, I don't give a shit, I'm going.
Yeah, possibly, or maybe he didn't. Oh, Dave! No, it's Jimmy, sorry. On the pack cam was big sideways. I think it was, yes it was. Steve F1, Jason side by side. Oh, this could get risky. Oh no, they've gone single file, but it could back everybody else up. Jason's offline. Oh, Jimmy! Oh, I think he survived. Oh, Demon R, Dave the R, best GP. Oh, there's contact in the tunnel, and around she goes. Oh, and here comes everybody else. Oh no.
Jesus.
Oh, he's a wizard. He's a wizard. He's a pinball wizard.
So good.
Oh, Twilight. Oh, SGP's there. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, Gary, you can tell Gary by his wing.
He's not got one.
Exactly.
What happened to it?
It's a good question. More or less aerodynamics, that's the one.
He's wanting less drag.
Yeah, yep. Well, if he wants less drag, he shouldn't wear the dress at the weekends.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Okay, so, well, that's
what Woodset means, carrying a Saturday night.
Just call him Gary. Oh, no!
Oh, Demon R.
Oh, Jimmy. Oh, I think Demon R just saw Jimmy there and moved out of the way. But yeah, he definitely balls that corner up.
And you know why he's got the chili and the lemon? Because his arse is...
his arse is on fire, yeah.
And fire and sewer.
Oh, dear God. Okay, so, yeah, that...
Sorry, Gary.
That bit, I actually should say, I hope we're okay to say this, but congratulations to Gary and his partner Louise. I hope it's Louise. I think it's Louise. It is Louise, yeah. They are expecting. So I don't know which one it is that's pregnant, but apparently they are expecting. Congratulations to them both. Unless Louise didn't know that Gary was doing it. Then. Oh, Jason! Dave in the wall! Oh.
Here comes Jimmy. Is he going to get the run? He should get the run into turn 1.
Oh, wow.
Last corner, sorry.
Yeah.
And Demon R.
Yeah, Jimmy, though, is into 3rd place. I thought I'd do it, Pat. I thought I'd 3rd place.
He'll be like so excited he's here by turn 1. He'll be back at the back.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you get back to where you belong. Okay, Jason leading from Steve F1. So the front two there had a bit of a gap. They would have been reduced a little bit. That's allowed Jimmy to close that gap. Once the gap comes down, Steve F1 and Jason's times will be able to be that little bit quicker. It's something I was trying to mention earlier on. I just remembered that I'd forgot. Nice zippy Jimmy.
Why does it get Barbie?
I really...
Does he still play with his Barbies?
I really don't know. considering the other things I've been told are on his car, I don't really want to look into it too much. So, yeah. Oh, Jimmy sideways.
Oh, it's like, oh, Demon R and Dave the Harp as well.
SGP's, I'm trying to think if it was his pole time. SGP's pole time was, I think, a 152.9 as Jimmy's gone a little bit deep. And he was a good at least half a second, if not 7/10 of a second, faster than anybody else. In practice, he was faster as well. So SGP has got pace around here as Jason and Steve F1 battling against each other. And then we've got Jimmy, Dave, Art Pal. Oh, Steve's got deep again! Oh, is he going to survive re-entry on this occasion? Or is he going to do an endeavour?
I think he phoned Elon Musk for a re-entry strategy.
Yeah, and all,
Jimmy's. He said, well, what's it going to take? Oh, I thought he was going to collect Dave the Harp there, but now this bunches everybody up.
I tell you, Jimmy did so well to avoid the first part of the wall, but it led him into the second. Oh, pal, there's a brake pedal in there somewhere. He's avoided the barrier. Well, that's why that corner's called not stopping, because when you get it wrong, you're not stopping.
Yeah, just promoted him right to the back, as we see Rich Blues on Gary at the back there. Now we're back up the front. Dave the Harp and Steve F1.
Yeah.
Steve F1's tucking in. He's waiting. He's got a better mid-sector on the corner. Oh, Jimmy. Oh, SGP.
Oh, Rich Blues. I can't believe Rich Blues wiped out SGP like that. Shocking scenes.
Yeah, he should put a report in.
He should, yeah. Oh, Dave's definitely a little wobbly on the corner exits, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pushing, isn't he?
We're not really seeing Steve F1 get wobbly. He's missed a few corners, but he's not got wobbly on the corner exits. And interestingly as well, I mean, Dave, for anyone that doesn't know, Dave is a scout, so he is from Liverpool. And there's freezing temperatures in Liverpool, especially this morning. Reports say it was so cold, a Scouser was actually seen with his hands in his own pockets. Sorry, Dave.
Dave F1's taking that tighter line to try to get that, see if he can get a switchback somewhere. See how they get through here, because I feel sorry for like the third or fourth guy, because you can't see anything. You're going through the corners blind.
Oh, Jimmy's got a run on Twilight on the pack cam. Jason got through there nicely, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, and interestingly, Twilight was the fourth place car, and he has been compromised a bit. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Once you've got a couple of cars, 2 or 3 cars in front of you, you can't see bugger all going through there. I mean, you are literally living on a prayer.
When you're halfway there.
Exactly. And I would walk 500 miles. I wouldn't drive 500 miles. Balls to that. Okay, Dave Yard putting some pressure on Jason, and here comes Steve F1 once again. Jason goes defensive, but carries the speed in to take the racing line.
Yeah, Steve F1 he's trying, he just can't seem to get anywhere at this moment in time.
Absolutely.
As we see who's at the background, Twilight, Demon R, and who else is there?
Jimmy right there, and Gary, I think, no, sorry, it's Art Pal behind Jimmy. I mean, into Jason, the green machine up at the front, with a green machine a couple of cars behind him. I mean, Jason's he's very up there for most of the race so far. Twilight closing in. Oh, go on, what do you see? See what you see?
Jimmy just went wide into the first part of the chicane. Oh, Jason's off.
Yeah, I think it looked like Dave tried a different line, and I think he may have just tagged the back of Jason, and it looks like Dave is he slowing down? I think he is. Yeah, he is. Dave's slowing down, so I do think Dave tagged the back of Jason there. So that's compromised both Dave and Jason. But Jason trying to battle with Art Pal at the moment, so we'll see if Dave is slowing down. He's not let Jason past yet. Yeah, he is.
He is off.
Yeah, he is.
He's off race.
Yeah, look at the pack cam. He's pulled over, look. It has meant letting a few other cars through as well, though.
I think it's let the whole pack except for Rich Blues through.
Yeah, Rich and Gary, pretty much. So, yeah. Oh, where was Jimmy coming from then?
I don't know.
Oh, where's our pal going then? Uh-oh, pit lane. Pit lane. Oh, Dave.
Who's it? What happened there?
I have absolutely no idea.
It's a shame we don't have instant replay.
It is, isn't it? Well, so that's now got Steve F1 up at the front ahead of Twilight. So Steve F1 is now the green machine, and Damon R with a bit of a look. I didn't mean to say Damon R. I was going to say.
I'm trying to remember that bloody Queen song.
Which one?
It's not Green Machine. He says something about Mean Machine or something. I can't remember it.
Jason on the back of Jimmy on the pack cam. Getting a good look at the frog, I think it is, on the back of Jimmy's car. It's Demon R and Twilight having a little bit of a battle here. Different lines being used. So the green machine is Steve F1 pulling away. But I've got a question for you, Ray. What's green and smells like pork?
Green and smells like pork.
Yeah. Pork.
Oh, out of date pork.
No. Kermit's fingers.
Ah, Jesus! I even watched that. Well, that's on that Australian comedy.
Yeah.
Group.
It's not. They're not Australian. They're from New Zealand.
Oh, New Zealand. Yes, Sam.
Aquila. Yeah.
Aye.
Matthew.
Yeah, watch
the one who was in prison. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the girls' names are because I'm only ever looking at the boobies, but there we go. Interesting. Jimmy being attacked by Jason. Twilight.
Oh, I just need to watch what video they put up that the week before race.
Well, yeah, you could do.
Did you watch the Santa one?
Yes, I did. Yes, it was quite funny.
And Matthew licked Sam's foot.
Oh no, I didn't see that bit.
Oh well, it was the one before the Santa one.
So it wasn't when he was actually Santa Claus.
No, it was just. I think it was filmed on the same day.
Was she in the Santa outfit?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've not
She had to watch. She had to watch what way she lifted her leg onto the table.
I can imagine this. I've not seen all of that. I will now. Okay. Yeah. For anyone, I'm trying to think what they're called.
Mad something, isn't it?
Yeah. You commentate. I'll find out.
As we see on screen at the moment, we've got Demon R pressuring Twilight up the hill. Is it Twilight on the curb? Oh, he's lost it! Twilight's lost it. He's took Demon R. Oh, he's lucky not to collect anybody else. Oh, Rich has went wide coming over the hill. He's going to have dirty tyres into the braking zone. As we see the two green machines now. What did we miss? The two green machines up front. Now we've missed something here.
Quite possibly. And, yeah, because I don't watch much of that stuff on my phone. They're not showing on my phone. Also, it's something like You're Mad or something.
You're Mad, yeah.
By the way, I think as well,
you commentate, I'll tell you who they are.
Yeah, I think it may have been Demon R collecting Twilight, you know. I think Demon R may have nudged Twilight a little wide and then sent Twilight spinning. Which, with only 3 laps to go, could be very, very costly. On the pack cam, we've got SGP is making a move on Art Pal, but up at the front, we've got Steve F1 and Jason go side by side as we start lap 20. Yeah, Mad.
Yeah, Mad. Yeah, I just got that.
Yeah, it just came into my head. Yeah, so feel free to watch them. They're quite funny. So, Jason.
They have to take, I like it how they have to take a shot in that. The Asian guy.
Alan.
He never really takes the shots, does he?
No. Apart from the one they did the other day when he ended up getting absolutely battered.
Yeah.
I think one of the ladies, not the one that dressed up as Santa, she broke him completely. I mean, he was, you need to watch that one. But anyway, SGP, Harp Pal battling side by side with Dave the Harp lurking. And Jimmy is in third place, Ray. Oh, SGP's wide!
That's going to be the wall. Gary's following him.
Yeah, I don't know if he was assisted wide, but he was definitely out wide. Dave the Harp on the
This is a battle of the greens. My green's better. No, my green is better.
Well,
I don't know if that's what Jason sounds like, but fuck
I think his Tweety Pie might have something to say about this at the moment, and I don't mean the
He's
YouTuber.
He's coming in going, my pink's better.
Well, he might be thinking, well, I'm going to say what he might be thinking. Okay, Jason going defensive means he's definitely concerned about Jimmy being there. I mean, he'd be concerned about anybody being there, but it is Jimmy, and Jimmy's in a great position with Harp Pal closing in, and Dave the Harp, SGP and Twilight recovering from their recent incidents. So Steve F1 leads with now this and one more. Yeah.
It's like NASCAR, let's go. The white flag is shown.
Absolutely.
Oh, Jason's going for it. Is he going to...
Oh, he does, yeah, he got ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, someone was off track. I think Twilight was off track again. Yeah, he is. He's disappeared. Dave the Harp, Jason, Jimmy and Harp Pal battling as well. They got a bit busy through turn one as Jason and Steve F1 were swapping places. Dave the Harp's now ahead of Jimmy. Gone a little bit deep, has he? Jimmy's trying
to switch back there. Oh, it didn't work out. Now, when do you think Steve F1's going to pounce on Jason?
Wow.
Next time we meet up?
Well, quite possibly. Well, now they've got that little bit of a gap. They're going to get slowed down again. Excuse me. And yeah, so Dave Harp can now close, or Demon R's wide.
Demon R. Oh. SGP was hitting the inside barrier. How does he manage that?
This could get treacherous.
Three wide.
Oh, Jimmy. I have to say, Jimmy with a nice back out and switch back. Has he got it done? He might have done, you know.
I think he has. I think, yeah.
Well, fair play. Well played to the three of them there for sorting that out and getting through. Well, that's now put Rich Blues closing in on him with Demon Art right behind him. Jimmy, he's on the back of SGP. Dave hasn't really been able to close in on these two yet. I bet he will down the main straight though, because what I seem to have noticed through this race was the slipstream seems to be quite powerful. So let's see what Dave can do here. Bear in mind the two cars ahead are not going to be slowed down now, but can Dave benefit with the slipstream? I think he can.
I think if he times it into turn one, you could get Steve F1. Steve F1's going for an attack on Jason. Jason's got him covered, but how's he out the exit? He doesn't want to lose that back end, does he?
No, absolutely not. And in the background, it was very busy but very tidy. And with Steve F1, he was kind of a cross between defence and attack. Oh, Dave having a look!
Oh, Dave!
Ooh!
I was a bit far back, but...
Well, it's allowed Jason to break away a little bit. Here comes SGP now, side by side with Dave. Oh, Steve F1 just managed to hold on to the position, but is his speed being compromised? But the thing is, Jason's not going to be able to break away too far. Oh, here we go. Oh, we could have a big battle going on down into the hairpin for the final time between 4 cars and Jimmy.
5 cars.
Yeah, Steve F1 defending. Dave the Harp holding off SGP.
Steve F1 and Dave the Harp and SGP battling. It's just playing into favour for Jason. As long as he makes it through the bump hole.
Dave's a little wide.
Make it through.
He's tagged the barrier as Dave. And SGP's on the back of him. Jimmy's closing in. Can Steve F1 do anything about Jason into the final corner? Jimmy's got to run. Dave's got to run now on SGP, I think. Jimmy's backed out of it.
defending.
Oh, there he is.
He's like half over the
Oh,
road.
has he gone deep?
Steve F1's looking.
Oh, that's a lovely defence by Jason there. There wasn't enough room for the switchback. I thought that was Jimmy up the inside of SGP. It actually, you know what? It is Jimmy. No, it's Dave in third. SGP in fourth. Jason wins. And it's mental. Yeah, beat him now. Oh, well. And I think that's Rich Blues crosses the line. Wow. Well, there you go. The first of 9 of the Not Amused. And, yeah, if you thought the previous DGT races were full of action...
I think I need to make sure I've got plenty of drink open.
Took my throat.
That was non-stop.
It was, wasn't it? I mean, very interesting race. Very interesting race. I mean, I don't want to talk too much about, like, waffle about the boost and all that kind of stuff, but, I mean, we are obviously trying a different boost setting. And it's not just about seeing who gets how much boost or anything. It's about how it works for what we want in DGT League. And to be honest, you can't really judge it off one race. Because the next race, given that circuit, could be very, very different. So as an example, right, the track that we've just done, Seaside, we mentioned about was the exit of the first chicane, the exit of Brokeback, the exit of the hairpin. So 3 corners, all of which are of such a speed that you're using second gear, and if you apply too much steering lock on the exit of the corner, you lose the rear end. Now the next track we go to, there isn't any of those corners. Well, there may be one, but it's not a high speed exit. The nature of the track has very, very different corners, so the things we'll see of car behaviour could be very, very different at the next track, which means how the boost affects. It's San Croix. It's one of the San Croix, the one with the kink and the long right-hander.
Huh?
You've gone. You've no idea what track it is.
Yeah.
The one in the walls, a lot of 90-degree corners, with Damon Hill's Bridge. No.
What? Is that Get Ready as well?
No, not that one. No. I'm trying to think. I don't. Yeah, it's got the bridge that people always seem to hit the. You know, if you run a little bit wide on the entry to the bridge, you end up hitting the wall. No. Okay, you'll know when you see it. But yeah, basically the corners are. The minimum speed of the corners is higher, so we should see a lot less of the rear motion, and that track is all about carrying a nice flow through the corners. So we'll see drivers lose a lot of time by going into corners too quick and running wide, rather than drivers trying to exit corners too fast. But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how the boost works there compared to this track. So there we go. As for the race we've seen today, definitely action-packed.
Yep.
Now, what effect would having had pit stops on done? Well, very difficult to say. But yeah, we'll see how things go over the course of this championship. And I mean, if worst comes to the worst, at least we've had a go of it, and everyone can get an idea of how the boost works. Because it's one thing with us as admins saying we've looked at the boost and this is what happens. For drivers to experience it themselves, obviously it makes a big difference. So yeah. Anything else you wanna add there, Ray?
No. Well, it was a lot of racing. You can tell the difference between the boosts quite clearly. So, yeah, I'll just make sure I'm topped up next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm going to say something now.
We'll be like, yeah, mad by the end.
Oh God, yeah. Yeah. Well, I can tell you something, right?
Every time there's an overtake,
Yeah, right.
to
We haven't
shut
taken a
up.
drink, bugger off. I can tell you, during the race, I had a pint ready, and I think I managed to have one drink of it, and that was when I'd had a crash. It was that busy. I mean, I enjoyed it. It was good fun. But anyway, right. It could be worse. I could sing a song. Right. Okay. We'll do confirmed race result and championship standings in a few moments' time.
Yeah, before anything else happens.
Yep. And what was I going to say? Yes.
Found that teenagers yet?
No. On that. On this championship, it is a Gold Star Championship. So it's going to be interesting to see how the race goes. We'll say well done though to Jason. He did defend those last couple of laps very, very nicely. I mean, interesting.
I think he was just sitting there waiting to see, watching how people take the corners and whatnot, and then just waiting for a moment to pounce and then go, right, I'm away.
Maybe. I mean, we know that he can be very consistent. And he was definitely, he definitely seemed to have enough pace today. I mean, it almost did look like, anybody could win a race, which definitely makes things a little bit different, that's for certain. Right, well, if we're not banned, we shall see you next week. Ray, thank you for joining us on commentary.
Oh, thank you for having me.
You're
been
welcome.
A pleasure.
It always is. And
over there. And get well soon, my #1 fan.
She's gone and headbutted the door. Not very clever. Okay, so let's go and check out the confirmed race result and the championship standings. Confirmation then of the race result. Jason with the victory in the maximum 20 points. Steve F1 is second. Dave the Harp third. SGP in fourth. Jimmy in fifth place. Well done to him. Autopilot in sixth. Rich Blues in seventh. Formula Gary in eighth. Demon R in ninth. Twilight in 10th. And as you may suspect, standings are the same as the result. Mainly because no reports were put in. Whether there's a few things that would be worthy of looking at the G-Spot, maybe. But I know personally I haven't had time to look at anything and record anything and prep anything for a G-Spot, unfortunately. Although Dad had a fall and broke his hip just before Christmas, Mother decided to have a fall and thankfully not broke anything but did bang a head, so I spent half the weekend at the hospital with the mother. She's okay though, that's why Ray mentioned about his #1 fan earlier. Okay, right, that's it for race 1, all done and dusted. Excuse me, race 2, as I mentioned, is going to be from one of the Saint Croix locations. It's a tricky little track, but it's going to be very interesting to see how the race goes there. And good luck to all the drivers as well. Right, thanks for watching, listening. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit that notifications bell. And if you do want any merch, check out the link in the description to the merch page. And if you do want anything custom making, just drop us a message and we'll get that sorted for you. Have a good one, everybody. And we'll see you all again soon.